Good morning! Happy Monday! A new set of days on the books. Are y'all excited? It's Monday. It's the beginning of something. Hey, and it's only 2 days. 2 days until episode 100. Woo! Celebrate! Good morning. Welcome to Inspire with Fire, where we meet you at the intersection of life, faith, family, and business, and we might make you laugh a little bit along the way. You never know. Woo, man. I hope you guys made it through the weekend like I did. I came in sideways on 2 wheels, taking the corner at 50 miles an hour. Y'all know how y'all take the corner at 50 miles an hour sometimes and the car say, woo, like it's going to tilt? Oh, that's how I was taking my weekend. I was going full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Who we got in the house this morning? Let's see. We got Ruthie. Good morning, Ruthie. Happy Monday to you. Good to see you in the house this morning, cuz. Oh, and you got some loves coming from Miss Jillian this morning, telling you hello. Hey, Miss Jillian, how you doing this morning, girl? Good to see you, my sister. Hey, and Melody's in the house. What's up? Oh, man, good to see you guys this morning. The Chiefs won last night. Somebody give it up for Kansas City Chiefs. Give it up. All right, Super Bowl champs. They gonna get it again. Somebody say they gonna get it again. Good morning, Miss Linda. How are you doing this morning? Good to see your smiling face. Good morning, good morning. I see you guys saying good morning to each other. Good morning to each other. You still on the game, girl. You excited about that game, ain't you? Hey, you know what? I should have wore my... Hold on a second. Y'all want me to change hats? Hold on. Hold on, I'm still here. I didn't go anywhere. What? What's up with that? I got my champs hat on. The official Super Bowl champs hat. We'll celebrate since they won the game last night. How's that? Oh, y'all all watched it. Yeah, y'all had a good time, didn't you? I know Lori was watching it with her Kansas City Chiefs socks on. I need me some socks like that. They looked warm and toasty. Oh, man. So I missed the ending. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I went to bed because I had to get up early for Inspire with Fire, so I didn't see the end of the game. But I heard about the end of the game, and I heard some smack talk going on, and don't you worry, I'm going to take care of that smack talk. But yeah, that was some amazing teamwork from the team there, and teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, it does. Woo, so the game was good. Super Bowl, yeah, we're going to get it again because they are a bunch of great Christian guys. The Chiefs know who the Chief really is. That's right, they do. Oh man, I should have done something on champions today, shouldn't have I? Well, we might can do that on another day this week. I missed a huge ending, but that's okay. I mean, I can always see the replay, but y'all know it ain't never the same on the replay. All you guys who watch the hashtag replay of Inspire with Fire say, it's just not the same. And you're right, it's not. Because you're not here for me to call you out. So set your alarm and get up at 7:08 a.m. or 8:08 a.m. or 6:08 a.m. depending on what time zone you're in. Boo. Come on now. All right. Uh-oh. Melody, you woke your hubby up yelling so loud. He needed to see the end of the game. He needed to be woke up. I bet he had to get up early today too, didn't he? That's why he went to bed like me. We got to take care of ourselves and get our sleeps in. All right. All right, so let's see. What is today? Episode 98 is today, and we're going to be talking about what season are you in? Somebody say it with me. What season are you in? Hey, good morning, Betsy. Good to see you rolling on up in the house. Girl, you just missed all the Super Bowl smack we've been talking, or not the Super Bowl smack, but the Kansas City Chiefs game last night. Everybody's all excited about it. They won in a very intense and amazing ending, by the way. So it was all pretty exciting stuff, apparently. I missed the ending because your girl had to go to bed because I had to get up early this morning. But it was good. So what season are you in? It's football season. That we've established. But beyond football season, what season are you in? So let's hop on over to our inspiration for today. We're going to take it straight out of Ecclesiastes. Say that 3 times. Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes. I can do it. I practiced. For everything, there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven. And I like what Jillian says here when I ask the question, what season are you in? We're in a #winning season. All of us are in a winning season. So, well, there you go. That's what season we're in. We can close the broadcast now. She covered it for us. Nothing else to share. We're just winning. Say, I'm winning. Somebody put in the comments, I'm winning. I am winning. All right, so we can go on with this. And you guys have probably heard this one before. It's a popular one. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to harvest. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to cry and a time to laugh. A time to grieve and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace and a time to turn away. A time to search and a time to quit searching. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to be quiet and a time to speak. And you don't want to mix those two up. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. A time to win and a time to go to sleep. Oh, winners never quit and quitters never win. All right. Winners do go to sleep, though. All right, so let's talk about these seasons or these times or these periods of life. So we have 4 seasons, right? We have summer, winter, spring, and fall. Believe it or not, that's not what I'm going to talk about today. We do have those seasons, and those seasons are out there, but there's also seasons or stages in life. And so today I want to focus more on those stages, or we could also refer to them as seasons of life and business. So the first one I want to talk about is the inception stage or the conception stage. So this is when something is first conceived, okay? The seed or idea of a thought is planted, but it's still just an idea or a thought. It's like the moment the baby is conceived, when the seed and the egg come together. You're already a winner there, right? Because out of 1 billion, that fertilization, that seed comes together with the egg, and that one seed is already a winner. So if you're on the planet, say, I am a winner. You already beat out 1 million other little guys to get to that egg first. So you are a winner. It's also the moment that an idea is dropped in your head by the Spirit of God. The moment your business idea comes to you and you're like, I think I just got an idea. Or the moment your book idea comes to you if you're writing a book. So it's that moment that the idea for something new that's not yet in the earth, the moment that that idea is conceived or thought about. It's when the foundation is, the blueprints are beginning to be laid for the foundation. It's when the caterpillar is born. Okay? So nothing can exist, though, without that inception. Nothing can exist without that initial idea. Nothing can exist without the conception of the seed and the egg coming together. That first stage of every beautiful thing in creation is what? Its inception. So anything that comes into the planet has to first go through this stage. Maybe there's something in your life or your business that's in this inception stage right now. You got an idea, but that idea hasn't formed or been born yet. So it's still just an idea. It's still in this inception stage. So celebrate the different things in your life, because you can have many stages or many seasons happening in your life at the same time. So think about the different stages or seasons that you have going on in the area of your family. Then think about it in the area of your career. And then think about it in the area of your business or in your personal life, any personal goals that you may have that are being established, so to speak. So you have to have this first stage of inception. Somebody say inception. Stages like the squirrels. Are you trying to make me chase squirrels? Yes, the oak tree and the acorn. Another beautiful example of this. Absolutely. All winners for show. For show. Uh-oh. Lisa's having a baby today. What? Happy birthday to your baby. Granddaughter. Or grandson. Is it a boy or girl? So, Lisa, we just take a minute and pause right now and pray for your daughter who is having a baby today. She's being induced. So we just pray that all goes well with that induction and that the baby comes out happy, healthy, and strong, anointed, appointed, and blessed, prosperous, successful, and favored all the days of his or her life in Jesus' name. All right. So we have inception as the first stage of every beautiful thing in creation. So how interesting is it that Lisa is on today and her grandbaby is about to be born today. And we're talking about this. So that is very, very cool. It's a boy and his name will be Christian. How appropriate. How appropriate. Oh my gosh, that is, only God could do that. Only God could do that. That is so cool. All right, so the next stage after inception is the development or the establishment of something. So this is when the thing begins to take form. So the seed, it's under the ground, but it begins to break open from the seed and start to grow some roots, and then start to kind of try and push its way up to get to the surface. So that this is the baby being formed and developed in the mother's womb. It's the foundation of a building being laid or set to get solid so that it can then be built on. It's the caterpillar in the cocoon, in that safe place for it to grow and then develop and form into this beautiful thing that God created it to become. When I think about this stage, this development and establishment stage, I'm reminded of a season I spent a few years ago in Texas. When I left Florida to go to Texas, I was going through some very challenging and difficult things. I just walked through a really hard season of loss and grief, and I needed to be healed. My heart had just been through the ringer. Has anybody ever been there with your heart through the ringer? So I needed a time to just like reset. And so God led me to Texas. I had a friend who lived out there, and she is a leader of a large, well-known healing ministry. And she invited me to come and stay in her home until I was ready to move on to the next thing in in my seasons there, but she travels a lot and needed someone to help take care of her home while she was away. So I went and stayed in her home for about 10 months, and that was a season of healing for me. She was a healing minister. There was a very strong healing presence in her home, healing angels all around everywhere. So I was in a cocoon for 10 months of healing while I was in her home. And then it reached a point where I started feeling like, okay, I think I'm ready to do the next thing. I'm ready. I feel like what I was sent here to her home specifically for has been accomplished. And so now what is next? And I started praying and asking God, and then he led me to the town next door to the one that her house was in. I mean, they were probably 10 miles apart, but Houston's a big area. So they got little towns that make up the big city of Houston, all these little areas. So I was in a northwest area of Houston, as was she. And I found a great new construction, high-rise condominium place. And I was like, man, this thing is off the chain. Like, it was like luxury living, right? And it was because it was new construction. I got a great deal on it for the first year of the lease there. So I was like, okay, I feel like I need my own space now. And so I moved just the next town over, only about 10-15 minutes away from my friend, but just the next town over into Spring, Texas. And I moved into my own place, and when I got there, I was like, I feel like this is a new season, but I'm still here. I'm still in this Texas season of my life. But what is this that I'm in? And so I started praying about it, and God showed me, like, when you were in her home, you were in a season of healing. Now I have you in a season of establishment. So God had me in yet a new cocoon of my own space and my own energy, where, it was just me and God in that space, and nothing else, around, unless I invited someone over. And in that period, I really became established in my identity in Him for this new thing that He was calling me to. And God used that time period of establishment to really solidify the healing that He had done in my heart while I was living with my friend. So my time in Houston was a little bit of an inception. God planted some things in me, but it was also a time of establishment where He allowed those things that He had planted in me to really be in a safe place to take form. And then we reached a point right before I came back to Florida where I came home for Christmas, and it was really cool the way it happened. I came home for Christmas one year, and when I left to go back to Texas, it felt wrong. Like, it felt like I wasn't supposed to be leaving. Like, I was supposed to be here. And so I got back to Texas, and the very next week I had to go to Los Angeles for business. And so I went to LA, and I was there for a couple weeks, and well, a little over a week. I was in LA, and then when I came back to Texas, it was so strong. Like, I've had a late night flight. I came home from the airport. I think I got in around 1 a.m. And on my way back, because I had been gone for Christmas and then 2 weeks after that to LA, I didn't have anything in my apartment. So I was like, I at least need to stop by the convenience store here and, get a little something for breakfast, right? So I stopped by and ran into whatever you can get from a convenience store. But I remember sitting in the parking lot, and y'all know Texas, everything in Texas either has the emblem of the state or the Lone Star. It's like you can't look anywhere without seeing one of those two things. And I remember sitting outside of the gas station or the convenience store looking in, and they had one of those wood cutouts of the state with a clock in it, real Texas looking something, but it was a wood cut out clock, and it was, cut in the shape of the state of Texas. And I remember looking at it, and I just had come out of me, just from the depths of my heart and then out of my mouth. I just sat and looked at it, and I said, I don't want to be here anymore. And it wasn't that I didn't love Texas. I still love Texas to this day. Like, there's something about that Lone Star when I see that flag that makes my little heart leap. So I love Texas, but I didn't want to be there anymore. So I knew that my season had come to a close and that it was time to come home. Because when I left home, I was like, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right to be leaving Florida to go back to Texas. And so I started praying through it, and God confirmed for me in several different ways that it was time for me to come home. And so my time in that cocoon had come to a close. The development stage, which was healing for me, and then the establishment of that healing, the solidifying of it to the point that, okay, now it is well with your soul. And I've only told this story to maybe 2 or 3 people, this part of the story. So you guys are getting to hear something that not very many people have heard right now. But when I drove back, I came back to Florida. It was in April when I finally came back. So, I had to finish out my lease, prepare to move. I'm moving halfway across the country again. So, and now I have 2 houses full of furniture. What am I going to do with all this stuff I have in Texas now? So I had a lot of planning, a lot of things I had to accomplish. So by the time I finally came back to Florida at the end of April, I was coming off of the interstate, and it was probably 2 in the morning when I was finally pulling into town. And so I was coming off of the interstate at the one right up the street here from my house at the exit. And I'm sitting at the stoplight, and I had been playing, music, on and off all the way there between phone calls and things like that. And as soon as I pull up to the red light and I'm sitting there waiting for it to change so I can turn left and come home, I'm literally only like maybe 3 miles from my house at this point. And on the CD player comes the Bethel worship song, It Is Well. And where, it says, it is well with my soul. And I don't know, God just spoke to me in such a powerful way at that moment that and I saw that the whole 2 years that I had just walked through, the whole time that I had spent in Texas, that God had done a work in me that had brought me to a place of not just feeling established, but of having a level of healing that goes beyond what we normally experience, that it was a soul level healing. And it wasn't just, oh, my little heart my little feelings got hurt and it took me 2 years to get over it. No, that wasn't it at all. It was a soul level healing, which was a very deep inner work that God did in me in that 2 years that I lived in Texas. And now, as I'm coming home, a little apprehensive about being back in the city, a little unsure that I even wanted to be here aside from my family. I knew I wanted to be near them, but I didn't really care about anybody else in the city, if you know what I mean. So I was like done with everybody else here. But God was saying, it is well with your soul. It is well. And I don't know, it did something amazing for me to hear that the moment I come back into town, and to be able to look at the clock and say, it's 2 in the morning on this date, and God is saying to me, it is well with your soul. You've walked through it, and now you're ready. And in doing that, what God was saying to me was that you've broken through, because that's the next season. Okay. He was saying to me that that my wings were ready, and that the time as a caterpillar had expired. So that time in the cocoon was over, and coming back home was breaking out of the cocoon. And so the next season that we're talking about is breakthrough. And so the season after the establishment, the season after the development period is breakthrough. So when something starts to break free of things that have held them back. So through that cocoon period, you've developed the strength and the courage that you need to break through something and to break free from it. So you may not have much help when you're in that cocoon or when you're in that breakout season and you're trying to get out of that. You may not have much help, but that's how it was designed to be, because breakthrough more often than not happens when you're on your own. It happens when you're on your own. So that's when limiting beliefs start falling away. You become solid and secure in who you are, what your identity is as a person, what your identity is in Christ, so that you can become all that He's created you to be. If you're looking at the seed analogy again, it's when that seed bursts forth through the soil. When he comes through the soil, it's when the water breaks and the mother begins to go into labor and the baby prepares to say, "Hello world, here I am." It's if a building's being built, it's when the walls start to be formed. And or if a new business, it's when that business is struggling to gain their footing. And it's when that caterpillar has their wings ready and they start wrestling inside of that cocoon to fight their way out and become that butterfly and be that butterfly. So this is the point that makes or breaks, no pun intended, the person. It makes or breaks the person, because it's that struggle of breakthrough. Come on, somebody. The struggle of breakthrough is what provides you the strength that you need to stand in those times that are ahead of you, those times that are coming. So if you don't have that time of inception, if you don't have that time, then you can't exist. If you don't have that time of establishment and development, then you're not ready for breakthrough. And then when you finally do break through, if you don't break through alone, if you don't break through yourself, then you're not going to be strong enough to do what you have to do completely. You have to have this time period of breakthrough for yourself. But you know what? You can do it, because that whole time period that you spent in the establishment stage, that whole time period that you've been in development, you've been being prepared and strengthened for this time of breakthrough. You just have to believe in yourself enough to know that you can do it. You can break through. And it's you have to go through that struggle of breaking free and breaking out and breaking through, so that you can develop the spiritual, the emotional, and the mental strength to endure the things ahead. Come on, somebody. That's good stuff. Say, that's good stuff. Your wings are ready. Type it in the comments. My wings are ready. Are you in that stage? Are your wings ready? Or are you still in inception somewhere? Are you still in development and being established? Whatever season you're in, embrace that season for the fullness of it, because you'll know when it's done. Just like I knew when it was time to leave Texas. And when I moved to Texas, and when I moved into that luxury condo living place that I loved, I thought I was going to be there for a while. I really did. I was considering buying another home there. So I really thought I was going to be in Houston for a very long time. But God knew different. And so when He began to show me, wait a minute, like I didn't have any plans to ever come back to Tallahassee, Florida. It was not on my radar. And but God said, no, I have a purpose for you in Tallahassee. Number one, your family's there, and they're your top priority. Somebody needs to hear that. Your family is your top priority. Your business, your ministry, your career, that's not your top priority. All those other people that need something from you, that want something from you, that's not your top priority. Your first call to your family, that is your first calling. Everything else is second. So God said, your family is not in Texas. Your friends are in Texas. Your family is in Florida. And that's who I've called you to in this season of your life. Oh, somebody take a deep breath and breathe that in for a minute. I'm getting serious today. Boy, I didn't expect it to be all like, ooh. All right, so here we're going to bring it home. We're going to bring it home. All right, your wings are ready. Let's bring it home. So when the breakthrough happens, what is next? The next season is launch. So now you're ready. You're ready to be seen. You're ready to do what you were created to do. The seed is now a plant. It's starting to take shape. It's growing. It's forming. Maybe it's a flower. It's starting to bloom. If it's a fruit producing tree, maybe it's starting to get some little buds on it. The baby's born. The baby says, hello world. And the baby is here, launching into its new life. The doors for that new business that you've been working on are finally open. You can finally open the physical doors if it's a physical business, or the virtual doors if it's a virtual business. The book that you've been working on so quietly behind the scenes by yourself. Listen, you don't work on a book in front of people. You got to sit at your computer by yourself and you got to write that thing. It don't write itself, and other people can't write it for you. I mean, you can pay somebody to write it for you. People have paid me to write books for them. I made some good money writing books for other people, but somebody has to sit down and write that book. And when you're writing a book, trust me, I've written several of them. When you write a book, you have to be alone and focused to do it. I mean, you can do it in Panera. I wrote 2 books at Table 26 in Panera on on Thomasville Road. But those of you in Tallahassee, y'all know what table I'm talking about, don't you? It's the little corner booth. Yeah, there's a couple books written in that booth. But so you can write it in public. You understand what I'm saying? But I had to be in myself. I had to be in the zone, in the place. You can't write that out around people. And when you're writing a book, you don't share it with the world until it's ready, right? It comes out all in one piece, you don't tweet it out on social media. Hey, check out this chapter I wrote today. Ooh, this is going to be good, girl. No, you write it. You keep it together. It's private. It's secret. It's like a mystery until it's unveiled. It's like hidden in the cocoon of the files in your book, in your computer, your book files in your computer. It's there. So the book is now at launch phase. The book is ready for the world to see it. This thing that you've been working on and you've been so excited about is finally ready for people to see. The butterfly's wings are ready, and that ugly caterpillar is now a beautiful, beautiful butterfly ready for the world. So launch is when all the hard work that you've been doing behind the scenes, in the room where nobody could see you, where nobody knew what you were doing. They just thought you were surfing the internet and sipping some coffee in Panera or Starbucks. That's when all the hard work start to pay off, is launch. When you can show what you've been doing, when people can start to see what's been happening under the surface. They can start to see the evidence of something. You catch a glimpse of the dream that you've been quietly and privately working toward in the background. It's rewarding, it's satisfying, it's a time to be celebrated. Like we're going to be celebrating on Wednesday with the 100th episode, right? What? So it's that end stage and it's the end of that one stage of all that preparation and development, and then it's the beginning of a new stage. And we're not going to get into all those other stages beyond the launch. Not today anyway, maybe some other time. But what comes after the launch? Growth, evaluation, expansion, eventually death. So, yeah, I know, right? But we're not going there today. We're going to enjoy launch. So who's ready to launch? What season are you in? What season are you in? So I hope you guys, this went a little different direction than I thought it would today, but I think it went somewhere for a reason for somebody. So whoever you are out there, I pray you enjoyed it. But we're going to anchor it. We're going to anchor it. Say, anchor it. Krista, let's anchor it. Who's ready? Here we go. I decree all seasons of my life are effective and productive. I will gain everything there is for me to gain in my current season. God is with me and equipping me for all that lies ahead. One more time. I decree all seasons of my life are effective and productive. I will gain everything there is for me to gain in my current season. God is with me and equipping me for all that lies ahead. Boop, there it is. All right, 98 episodes in the bag. One more, 99, and then what? 100. Somebody say 100. What y'all got going on in the comments over here? Yes, you know what? I have Elizabeth Enlow's book on my shelf somewhere. I have that book somewhere. I think it's over there. But yeah, Elizabeth Enlow has a book on seasons, and she has a test inside the book that you can find out what season you're in. Her seasons are more built around the winter, spring, summer, and fall. I'm kind of going more the developmental seasons route. But yeah, that is a very good book. I have read that. Let's see. Let me scroll back up here and see what y'all been doing all this time in the comments. If you do need to go, I realize we're at 39 minutes. You are welcome to bail. I'm going to play in the comments here for a second for those who are hanging around. And let's see. We did that. Y'all talking about the Chiefs game again. Y'all still on the Chiefs game up here. Yes, we're all in the winning season. Bessie says she's winning. Jillian's still enjoying the game. Look at her. Y'all, my sister loved that football game last night. She had herself a good time. Oh, she's got her some energy this morning, all excited about the big win. Oh, I love you, Jillian. Let's see. Exciting news about the baby. Let's see. And we got baby Vincey the third is coming in about 6 weeks. Y'all see he's in the development stages. He's in there. He's in his little cocoon, but he getting ready to break out. He getting ready to break out and launch into this world. Oh, so exciting. So exciting. Oh, you're Michael Tyrell. Yeah, he's got some good stuff. For y'all who don't know who Michael Tyrell is, he's the guy who created whole tones, frequency-based music. Good stuff. Development and establishment stage. Let's see what we got here. There is a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You were born to fly. I love it. I love it. And I love all those blue butterflies. I love them. Oh, yeah. Sounds like your daughter when she moved to Vegas. You must maybe talking about like when I was telling my Houston story. Well, good. I hope that your daughter got her season of healing and establishment in Vegas. My aunt used to live in Vegas. She died though, but she lived in Vegas. We used to go see her all the time. Anybody want to go see Aunt Betty? Heck yeah, she's in Vegas. Everybody wanted to go visit Aunt Betty. Oh, yes, soul sister. Hey, mister. Yes. Okay. So see, same thing. Yeah. I mean, I came back a completely different person. For the better. Definitely for the better. Not that I was terrible before. I was awesome before. But I say that very humbly. But I came back a much better and more grounded person, especially, and more established spiritually and with a healed soul, which is what makes me even more awesomer. Somebody say more awesomer. That's not proper grammar, but we like to say it anyway. The struggle of breakthrough. We can do it. You got it, Lisa. You can do it. Your wings are ready. Your wings are ready. Your wings are ready. I love all these ready wings. Wings are ready to soar. Soar. Hey, that was kind of good. Soar. Your wings are ready, Ruthie. Fly, girl, fly. Family, top priority. You got it. So beautiful. Oh, girl. I got a girl. Preach it. All right. Launch it out. Launch it out. I'm enjoying all these comments. I love the rocket ships. Oh, yes. Yes, you gotta love on the mamas. Gotta love on the mamas. Yay. About 5 years to write a great book. Yeah. I know, right, Lori? What? What season am I in? Season 98, going to 99 tomorrow. Thank you, Betsy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Well, I like this. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. That's why God calls it the present. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, got me some loves going on. Loves to everybody. Somebody say loves. Oh, excited about the babies. Oh, yes, I'm going to do that. Okay, so Wednesday, thank you for that reminder. Because I'm lost in the comments and I've already dismissed half the people. But if they wanted to go, I should have done this before we played in the comments. All right, here we go. We have a thing happening on Wednesday, and it's episode 100! Woo! So I want to invite all of you guys to join me for a virtual party of some sort. I don't know, every day's a party around here, so we'll see what happens. On Wednesday at our normal time, 8:08 a.m., and we're going to just celebrate 100 episodes. I'm going to have some prizes, going to do some giveaways, we're going to laugh, we're going to have fun, and we're going to have some inspiration, just like we do every day. But get ready and get excited about a few little prizes, maybe a couple of surprises. We'll see. and it'll be fun. But yeah, we want to, part of this celebration is to expand the message and expand the reach. So I would appreciate it and invite you and encourage you to invite your friends to share this. If you go to the events section of my Facebook page where you're watching this, then you can find the event there and just click share. Just share the event with your friends. I think inside of the event there's an option to invite. You can send an invitation through Messenger if you go that route to people, and you can just invite them to join us for the 100th episode and tell them why. Tell them why you like to come to this thing, why you show up every day. Tell them to bring their coffee, put on a baseball hat, have a good time, and we're going to celebrate. Somebody say, celebration time. Come on. Let's celebrate. We're going to celebrate. And then beyond that, other announcements, KristaAbbott.com. It's my website. Kingdom818.com is where you can find some merch. And we're going to be giving some of that away in episode 100. If you want to make a donation, you can do that at KristaAbbott.com/give or via Cash App, $Dr. Krista. And that will be lots of funness And that is the image you're looking for to share with people, though. It is posted on the page here. So, that being said, everybody dance now. Boom, 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 boom. See, I'm going to have to sing for the thing on Wednesday because they won't let me play music. So get ready for some singing from this girl who has 2 thumbs and likes to sing. This girl. Alright, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. And may He turn His face toward you and give you peace. I'll see you tomorrow at 8:08 a.m. Eastern Time for episode 99. 99 and fine. Alright, you guys have a great day. Loves.